So one of my new clients who wants to lose weight, as you've been here before, you probably know that the majority of my clients that I work with want to lose weight. And so he came to me and he said he wanted to lose weight. And I asked him, I said, why do you want to lose weight? And he said, well, I'm not sure. And I told him, I said, you won't most likely be successful at reaching your goal because he wants to lose like 80 pounds, which is going to take some time. And I said to him, I said, because you do not have a clear enough why for reaching this weight loss goal, I said, when times get tough and that noise becomes overwhelming in your head to eat crap and to skip the gym and to not do the things that you know you should do, it's going to become very easy for you to give in and do the opposite of what you should do. So we kept talking, and he started talking about his son and how he wants to watch his son grow up. He wants to watch his son, he wants to go to his son's, sporting events and all of that stuff. So I said to him, I started asking him questions. Why is that important? How important is that to you? And he started getting, emotional. And I said, those emotions that you're feeling right now, I said, I want you to connect with those emotions on a deep level. And you need to remember this conversation every single time you want to do the opposite of what you know you should do. You want to do the opposite of what's going to lead you to those goals that you say you have. I want you to reconnect with these emotions and these feelings that you feel right now, talking about being there for your son growing up, talking about being a good example for your son. I said, I want you to connect with these emotions because I said, if your why is not strong enough, your excuses will always win. I said, your reasons for reaching these goals have to be bigger than your excuses when you want to do the opposite of what's going to lead you to these goals. I said, as long as, and I said, this is the reason why a lot of people never reach their goals, because what they want to accomplish is too surface level. I just want to lose weight. The problem with that is that when life gets tough, okay, when temptation comes knocking, the idea that you want to lose weight because you just want to look better is nowhere to be found. And you can always put that on the back burner and make an excuse why it's okay for you to do this now, not realizing that the problem is that not just doing the opposite once, but we do it too infrequently to be successful. So you really have to not just want to lose weight. Yeah, it's okay to just want to lose weight. But if that's all you want to do because you want to look better, that goal is too surface level. Because look, one day you really care about looking better and the next day, it's not that big of a deal. A lot of people are getting ready for the summer. Once the summer's over or the summer's already here and they've realized that it's too late, they're not going to get that summer body, people have kind of given up and they're like, whatever. I'll try again next summer. So you have to really have a strong why. I want you to sit down and I want you to really think, what can you use as motivation? What can you use to hold you accountable when that food noise gets crazy in your head? Because you can defeat that food noise with a strong enough why. So let me know down below what your why is. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to get into better shape? Why do you want to get stronger? Why do you want to become more flexible? Whatever your goal is, let me know down below in the comments what your goal is. And if you need help accomplishing your goals, click the first link below in the description, fill out the form, and the two of us will figure out what we need to do together to get you from where you're at to where you want to be.